is there anything, now, I guess, now that we're into, we're 80 whatever days into this Trump second term,
Yeah.
is there anything in your book that you wrote about before that now takes on new resonance looking around in the United States? I guess is what I'm getting at. Are there lessons that we can learn on the anti-fascist side of things?
Yeah. I feel like this second Trump administration is just a giant stamp of approval for border violence and hard borders all over the world, and that's really alarming. And I think I don't know what the I don't know the effective way to fight back against it. Myself, like I'm not an activist myself. I'm not, I don't protest or whatever, but I do try to document it. And I could say that it's a lot it's a lot more confounding to try to think about what you do about a Coast Guard, throwing people into the sea or
Oh my God.
beating them or threatening them or whatever, or a government that puts a bunch of people on planes and ships them to a foreign prison. How to stop it, I don't know, but I think it'll take a lot. I think it'll take a lot of involvement from a lot of people, you know. And I don't know if that answers your question. I kind of went on a tangent there, huh?
No,
Yeah.
it did a little bit. I think it's, the expression of it does feel overwhelming when the state itself that uses its tremendous powers to abuse the border. So it's not, it's this difference of like, oh no, we're hardening the border, but there's so much abuse happening
Yeah,
under the context or pretense of it's about border protection. We're
right.
sending U.S. citizens or legal residents to prisons in a foreign to gulags. We've set up
Yeah.
a gulag. We're outsourcing our gulags. So, and not that we, it, I don't. I'm very. Everybody's very concerned. We're concerned about this sort of abandonment of due process. It looks like we've got a Supreme Court stamp of approval on that. What did you see in Greece in terms of the judiciary and the courts? Was there a corruption happening there? Were the far right going after judges? Did we see, what did you see there? I don't know anything about it, so maybe
Mhm.
nothing, but
You
I'm
know what was really
curious.
strange is towards the end of the trial, the prosecutor actually wanted to drop. She recommended dropping the case.
Wow.
And I don't know the full story, and I don't think anybody knows the full story behind that. But in the end, the court didn't do that, and they were convicted. So the judicial system held up,
Okay.
and some of those folks are serving pretty long sentences now. Um, but then three new far right anti-immigrant parties entered the parliament in the last couple of years. So it's never really just about one group or one place,
Yeah.
like kind of like we mentioned. And one thing I've thought about a lot, especially in the U.S. context, is that one thing I don't know how to fix the problem, but one thing I do know for sure is that you can't meet the far right halfway on issues like human rights and immigration. Like there's no negotiation on those things. Like it's just wrong to snatch someone up and send them away, especially without giving them due process. And so I feel like there's like certain things like that that you just have to stand firm on, and that everybody like in the country has to decide that these things matter. Because you know i I kind of tried to make the point in the book uh that was similar when it comes to asylum, is like if you let a country chip away at someone's right to asylum, then you're also chipping away at your own right to asylum. Those laws don't exist just for one person or one group of people. They're for everyone. And maybe one day you or me or anyone else will have to walk across the border, and then we'll sure hope that we still can request asylum, for instance.
Right. That asylum as a concept needs to be protected.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.